Alright, today I'm going to be installing some NP boosted or Napol performance boosted ignition coils onto my RB25DE+T. These are going to be the same as the RB20DET, and I got these because my factory ones have some cracks in them, and then under boost I have like no power, it misfires and whatnot, so hoping this will fix my problem. I went with these versus like split fires just because of the cost, and versus OEM as well, same deal, the cost. These also have a 2-year warranty versus like the no name eBay type ones have like 30-day warranty, so I figure if I get 2 years out of them it'll be a decent purchase. And these are what I ended up getting here. They look basically just like the OEM ones, as they got the red and stuff, and you can see that where they save some costs, where this is plastic versus the OEMs over there are metal right here. But other than that, they should work fine. Hopefully. I've read somewhat mixed reviews, but they seem to have good warranty. So I've been having trouble with the car since it's been turboed. It's not really having much power or anything like that, so I looked into it. Apparently it's common for the RB coils to crack with age, and it's really hard to see, especially on camera, but you can kind of see right there where that light is. You can see a crack there, and another one right over here on this side too. So I'm going to be replacing these. That's just one of them. I only pulled out 2, but it looks like this one's also got some. I got to clean it up. You can't see, it's still kind of dirty, especially on camera. But it looks like what happens is the plastic. Oh yeah, see, there's some right there. Looks like some of the plastic ends up cracking. Oh yeah, you can see the crack on that one right there. So it ends up cracking, and then apparently when it's sparking under load, you lose some of the spark through there. So kind of sucks having to buy them, but at least I hopefully know that this is the problem. And to replace these, it's really more or less self-explanatory. I mean, it's a little intimidating at first if you've never done it, but you gotta take off this cross pipe here, the little J pipe there, and unhook the blow-off valve pipe down to the recirculating fitting, remove the idle air control valve one and everything like that. So I'll show you. I'll do a little time lapse of it. It's really simple, but I'll show it anyways. Alright, so I have everything exposed there. I already had the first 2 off from earlier when I was testing. Another thing I'm going to be doing while I'm in here is you can see these connectors are like breaking apart on the factory coil pack harness or coil ignition harness. So I went ahead and ordered a new OEM replacement one. It's factory Nissan part. So go ahead and do that as well while I'm in here. But right now I'm going to unhook the rest of the coils, remove that, and then remove the harness, and then remove the coils. And to remove each coil, it's really just, press on this, squeeze it, and pull out. And there's 4 Phillips screws, or like I think they're like 7 or 8 millimeters bolts as well. And they pop right out. Really nothing to it. Alright, so harness, I basically unplugged all the connectors there, then also unplugged it from there, back there where it goes to the harness. And then there's one ground going right down there to, looks like it mounts to one of the ignition coils. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off and then remove the charge harness, or not charge harness, sorry, ignition harness, and then I'll show you compared to the new one. It should be the same, but we'll see just to make sure. Okay, so we've got the old harness there on the top, new harness here on the bottom. All the plugs and everything look the same, just this one looks newer, obviously. This is 30 years newer. Or maybe it's new old stock, I don't know. I bought it off eBay from Courtesy Nissan. So yeah, it looks the same, so I'm going to go ahead and swap it out, but I'm going to remove all the ignition coils now. Now that all the stuff's out of the way, it'll be a lot easier to get to. So yeah, I'm going to remove them again, and then as you can see, just a couple of little Phillips /8 millimeters on top there. And then I do have a bunch of broken plastic from the connectors as they broke as I was taking them off, so I'm going to have to fish all that out as well. Okay, so looking at these ignition coils, you can see a lot of different cracks. So common one is there on the side there. That one not so much. This one's got it a little bit further over. That one's got a little bit more of the same. A little bit more of the same on the side. At first I thought it was a casting mark, but it's not the same in all of them. And on the bottom you see it in different spots as well. So pretty much every single one had something going on. So as I'm putting these in, one thing I am kind of noticing with the new ones here is compared to the factory one. So here's the factory one. I put it in, get the boot on the spark plug, and it kind of stays there. See, it's stuck there. I gotta pull it off. Versus the new ones, they don't seem to bite onto the plug as nicely. So here it is, and then it just pops right off. Don't really like that. I think the old boots are probably in better shape, or better quality rather. But also don't know that I want to trust 30-year-old boots, so I'm just going to go with the new ones. If it gives me problems, I may swap over to them. Because yeah, look how this rubber here, really flexible. These ones, I mean, you can't see it, but these feel much flimsier in comparison. So take it from that, whatever, but hoping they still work fine either way, but we will see. Alright, I got the ignition coils all in, bolted in. I just gotta go ahead and do the harness now. I had the old one there just so I knew which direction they were, because they don't all face the same way. Harness all in, all the plugs in and everything like that. Got them wrapped back like factory over there, so should be good. So now I'll go ahead and put everything else back together and start it up and see how it does. Alright, got the charge harness in and everything. Got the half of my coil cover that's broken back on, so I'm going to go ahead and put the Jake pipe back in, fire it up and see what happens. Alright, and just like that, everything is back on, so I'm going to go ahead and fire it up and see what happens. Seems smooth, but there was a bit of a little miss at the beginning, so I don't know what that was all about. So it's running smooth right now. So I'm going to let it warm up a little bit and then rev it up and see what happens. Alright, so it revs up smoothly and everything. I'm going to shut it off, turn it back on, and see if it does that weird misfire thing again. Well, seems fine, so just going to clean up, call it a night, and then fire it up tomorrow and drive it and see what happens.